Seriously, guys, this is perfection. In today's episode of Food Basics Reinvented, I'm gonna show you how to make super delicious rosemary infused chicken nuggets that will drive you and your kids crazy with their amazing flavor. Stay tuned, and if you like this video, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my new, delicious and easy to make recipes only on Food Basics Reinvented. To make an incredibly delicious chicken nuggets, start with 3 or 4 rosemary sprigs. Remove the leaves and place in a bowl or glass jar. Add about half cup of corn oil and leave the rosemary to infuse for at least 1 day before you start making the chicken nuggets. This rosemary infused oil will give the chicken nuggets a beautiful smell, will add a ton of freshness to the recipe, and will make it different and unique from any other chicken nuggets you've ever had before. Now get 8 slices of white bread, remove the crust using a knife, put the crust on the side, and then cut the bread into smaller cubes and place them in a bowl. Save the crust for making delicious breadcrumbs that I'm gonna show you in one of my next episodes on Food Basics Reinvented. Now get your food processor, dump the cut bread and process until the bread becomes fluffy like snow. And that is gonna be your base for a truly delicious breadcrumbs. Save the processed bread in a glass bowl and let's jump to another step. Put a fry pan on low heat and slowly start roasting the breadcrumbs until golden brown. What we're trying to do here is to remove the water from the bread to make crispy breadcrumbs. That's why you need to roast the breadcrumbs slowly so they don't burn. Once the breadcrumbs are roasted, season with 8 grams of salt, half teaspoon of ground black pepper, 2 teaspoons of parsley flakes, 2 grams or half teaspoon of onion powder, 2 grams or half teaspoon of garlic powder, and 2 tablespoons of good quality Parmesan cheese. And that's the ingredient that will turn these crumbs from delicious to gourmet. And of course, you know, they never put fresh Parmesan cheese on breadcrumbs used for making chicken nuggets at any fast food restaurant. So what you're really making here is gonna taste totally different. Finally, give everything a quick mix and you will have the most delicious breadcrumbs that can be used in this recipe as well as other amazing dishes. Now to prepare the chicken nuggets dough, start with 8 slices of white bread. And as you did before, remove the crust and save for making delicious dark breadcrumbs that can be used with other recipes. Cut the bread into cubes and then save it in a bowl until you prepare the chicken. Get 4 skinless chicken breasts with the tenderloin. Roughly chop them into cubes to make it easy for the machine to process. Place the cut bread in the food processor and process until fluffy. Then dump the chicken cubes followed by 5 grams of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 2 grams or half teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 grams or half teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, and 6 tablespoons of the rosemary infused corn oil. And if you don't have time to infuse the oil and you want to do the chicken nuggets fairly quickly, you can use 6 tablespoons of corn oil and half teaspoon of rosemary extract that you can easily find at most local grocery stores. Now process the chicken until you have a smooth and homogeneous chicken nuggets dough. Unfortunately, the dough at this stage will be too warm to work with. So move the dough into a glass bowl or any container, cover with a plastic wrap and place in the fridge to cool down for at least 1 hour. After a quick nap, or maybe watching your favorite episode of Food Basics Reinvented, crack a couple of eggs, preferably with one hand so you make yourself look like a professional chef. Add 2 tablespoons of fresh milk and some pink Himalayan salt and freshly ground black pepper to taste. Combine to make an egg mixture that will be used as our glue to make the breadcrumbs stick to the chicken nuggets. Now get the chicken nuggets dough out of the fridge. Add juice of 1 lemon, of course after removing the plastic wrap. Poke the dough with a spatula, then move it on the work surface and grease your hand with some corn oil so the dough doesn't stick to your hand. Fold the dough a couple of times until the lemon juice and the dough combine. Cut the dough in half and flatten to 1 centimeter using your fingers. I tried to do it with a rolling pin to look classy and it was a big mess. So use your fingers and you will get perfect results. Cut the dough into cubes, then lift them and place them in the glue. I mean, in the egg mixture. I tried to lift the nuggets with a fork, but this trick also failed. So for this step, use a fish spatula and your life will be 10 times easier. Also, you might have heard of the wet and dry hand technique. This is the right way for doing it, but for me, I always start clean and after a few seconds, I find myself working with both hands. So, unless you are a perfectionist, just dump the chicken nuggets into the egg mixture, then lift and place in the breadcrumbs, fully cover them and place on the baking pan. Once you're done, you can freeze up to 2 months and cook the nuggets from frozen whenever you want, or just cook them fresh and enjoy. Now to fry these delicious chicken nuggets, half fill a saucepan with sunflower or vegetable oil, and then heat the oil to 275 degrees Fahrenheit. Fry the chicken nuggets on one side, then flip to fry the other side. Frying the nuggets will take a couple of minutes for each side, and once the chicken nuggets become golden brown, remove them from the oil and let the nuggets drip any excess oil on a drying rag before you eat them. Now that we've done cooking, let me show you how I serve these chicken nuggets in a way that makes it very interesting and fun for me and my kids to eat a lot of fresh vegetables as well as the fried chicken nuggets. Line a mesh basket or any deep dish that you have with parchment paper. Then stagger the chicken nuggets on one side, pile some fresh broccoli, baby carrots, celery sticks, cherry tomatoes, complement with ketchup and honey mustard, and of course, my favorite pop. Now it's time for me to dig in, enjoy, and share the experience with you. Seriously guys, this is perfection. The nuggets are properly seasoned, crispy from outside and very tender from inside that it actually melts in my mouth. And the smell of rosemary leaves makes these nuggets very appetizing. These chicken nuggets taste so good on their own, and even more delicious with the ketchup or the honey mustard. Enjoy this recipe with your kids and they will love the vegetables and will eat them all up as they'll enjoy and munch on the chicken nuggets. Keep them up for you and you will have a great day. I hope you like this episode. Please try this recipe and tell me your opinion in the comments below or on Food Basics Reinvented Facebook and Instagram pages. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of my new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bon appetit!